Hi everybody, and welcome back to Hex Token Channel, and here we are on hex.com. So this is your update for day 717, just closed, so it's hot off the press. The other thing, of course, we've got some updates from Richard. He's live right now, and we've got some updates on PulseChain there, and we're going to check out a lot more. I've got an awesome video coming up later today on a grayscale, hex scale type of topic. I think that's going to be quite interesting, so we're going to check that out. It's going to be released later. So let's get straight into it, folks. Day 717. Here we go. So here we are, 18th of November. We had a snapshot here at 21.7 cents, and that's nice, up 5.4. So give yourself a clap, and that is pretty cool. And we got the return on investment, from the 5th of January 2020, 3,851. Nice increase there. Payout per T-share, awesome, 5.83. Another penalty day. That's 3 in a row. If you stake it, you're earning these penalties, folks, and there's lots of them before Christmas, I bet you, with these staking candles coming out. Now, T-share price 4,240. Like I say, it's always trying to get them as many as possible as T-shares, as cheap as possible, I guess. And the share rate is 19,504. Just up a tad there, almost even there. All right, average stake length 5.85 years. Nice, longer is better, and this possibly influencing, not possibly, but likely influenced by some of the stake candles coming out with the T-shares, so we'll check that out shortly. All right, so annual percentage yield rate, interest and early in-state penalties, 37.4%. Isn't that a great return to earn? Pretty nice. Liquidity in the pool, woohoo, 143.3 million, down from 150. Then nice, eh? It's amazing how quickly it can move on a day. Nice. Liquidity pool, 28.8 million US dollars, 1,132 Ethereum in the pool. That's a big jump, isn't it? So interesting there. Total locked 13.5 billion, market cap 124.8 billion, including the Origin wallet, and the T-share market cap 46.37 billion. Looking good, so it's all up, up, up. And T-shares down though. T-shares down 10,934,686, down 5,119, and that reflects obviously those big staking candles coming out before Christmas, pretty much. So nice. I should say New Year's really, because that's we've still got 1 or 2 big candles on that day. So I think it's 1 candle at least. Total supply 636 billion. A mint inflation up 9 million, not too bad today. And circulating supply 574 billion, and that's up 64 million again. So we have had quite a big increase in circulating supply with those stakes. So just take that into account. Like for 10 days ago, we were at 573, and now we're at 574. So there's a billion more out there, folks, in the market. So just to keep that in the on the sidelines here as something of interest. The stake supply 62.2 billion, and of course a change in staked supply down 55 million. Let's jump past the GA there. So definitely got some of those stakes coming out as we expected. Percentage of coin stakes 9.78%, so down slightly with the unstaking, the less T-shares, etc. Payout to the stakers, that's you and I who are still staked. Yeah, all right. 63.7 million. I shouldn't get too excited about staking and earning Hex interest, should I? Or should I? Of course I should. All right, penalties 828,000. Nice, a decent day in the office there for penalties. It's nice to sit back and earn while you're sleeping, right? Total holders 384,000, up to 370. Nice, that's pretty good. Stakers 78, and this is what I call still in the modest range, but it's still positive growth, right? So nice. Total stakers 88,000, up 129. That's pretty cool. That's a good number. And of course, change in current holders up 224, and that's up to 268,661. So pretty nice numbers here in the total holders. And of course, you know, onwards and upwards to 500,000, right? That's we want to go to. So nice. All right, that's the results for today. Hope you enjoyed that. Let's get on to it. We're going to also have a big, nice price update here today. So hopefully you enjoy that too. Here we go. So I've got this big sun in the middle. This is the battleground. We're right in there right now. Battle, battle, battle. So we've had a big downtrend. That's pretty obvious. And of course, we've got this kind of bull flag here. Now you can say whether it still technically fits in, you know, based on how far it goes down, 30%, that sort of thing. But we've kind of still got this bull flag, and it's playing out pretty well. So we can have a breakout now. Where's the bull flag breaking out now? Is that going to happen over today, tomorrow? Is it going to go up big here? So we'll find out. But we've got this greenish bullish support line. We've got the short-term support battle line. right? So, and we've got this major one. This is the one we really want to short-term bullish breakout line. Is this one here? And so, are we going to get, if we take the bull flag pole and we put it up here, we're going to get up to 37 cents somewhere out there? Is it going to be blow out up to there? So that's what we're looking at the moment. So that's the kind of the bullish scenario. And if we do, are we going to come down and bounce back on our bullish, short-term bullish breakout line? And that, that's 27 cents or something, and then maybe even further, and maybe 25 cents, and then bounce back up and follow this orange bullish line that, as I've said. So obviously this can move, translate to the right, just depending. So it's going to be pretty interesting. Now, Richard did talk about PulseChain, so we're going to give a bit of update about that. And so I see a couple of scenarios, and we're going to draw them out. So obviously, if we get this breakout of the bull flag, that'd be really cool. And if we get up there, I don't know how, it could be as high as 38 cents, or it might be 35 cents, something like that, 34 cents. So that's just giving you the upper end. We could end up coming down to the support line if we're really bullish, and that would give us like almost a high, but at least hitting this resistance here. And so we could have that, or we could have coming down to the green bullish support line. So still going up here, and we're coming out of this triangle, right? So we're going to smash out of the triangle, or we could come down to this short-term support line, the battle line, and then go up to the orange line. So breakout upwards. I don't see us hitting the long-term support line. This is on the linear chart, remember? So remember, the log chart's better for long-term patterns, but this gives us our long-term support line on the linear. I don't think we're going to come back to that. I think that if we do come back on this, the most biggest pullback is to 18.5 cents, and then we're away. Then we're going to power up here. I think that's kind of the worst case scenario of a good case scenario, if that makes sense. So the worst case bullish scenario, that we could zigzag in here and then out, right? I think that's what's probably going to happen there. We also know the Hex God whale came out. Other whales have come around. Overreach have come out. They want to defend as much as possible around the 20-cent range. So I think that also aids to the sort of that narrative, as it were. So there's a couple of scenarios there as well. So this is the battleground. We're going to find out. You could get, obviously there's quite a bigger price range in here. You've got even this, here's 30 cents, 38 cents. This here, is down 8.5 cents. So if you're trying to pick up Hex, then obviously if we get another zigzag in here, you could actually pick the bottom. But if it does go out of here and then comes back down to here and bounces, you're looking at 27, 25 cents, something like that, and then up as well. And this is by, what have we got the time frame on this? I'll just get rid of the purple, the banner here that I've got ticking away, so you can see the timeline. And so you've got here, maybe the 3rd, the beginning of December, which is the same time as the birthday, right? The Hex birthday. So we've got a lot of battleground here going on. And also the PulseChain likely launch. We're going to talk about that as well. So I might as well just say it now, right? Actually, I'll say it into the next chart. So this is our battleground. So hopefully that helps, gives you some insights into that. And of course, let's have a look at the linear chart. We can see the linear chart is on, sorry, the log chart here. We'll just, this is on trading view. You can see we're well off the support line, which is like 12 cents around here. 13 cents as we move up, right? And we hit it sometimes back here. But look at this price. We came down a big downtrend. This is way back. Let me get rid of this. Get rid of that. So we came way back. This is back in October 2020. Of course, with the big payday coming out, we came all the way down. We had a bit of a rise here and then came down. So we might get a bit of this action going on, as we're seeing at the moment. You can sort of see it looks kind of similar structure. So a log scale, we're looking even better than a linear scale. Quite a further away from the bottom trend line, whereas in the linear scale, we're talking about 16, 17 cents around this mark, maybe down as low as 15 cents sort of thing. So I don't think we're going to hit that, but hey, we're coming up to it anyway, in any case, because the trend line's moving up this way. All right, so that's some interesting insights there. Let's go out of the log scale here, and we're going to pull up the chart and pull up our favorite timeline for PulseChain. So he says himself. So there we are. Let's pull that up. And we're going to straighten that out. So we've got the PulseChain line. Obviously, we're moving forward. I've got to update this a little bit. We're kind of moving into here, and we're going to move that forward. and map that up there. So let's PulseChain Testnet 2.0 coming up. Now, Richard has just said on the live stream that that likely next week. So obviously it's Friday today, so likely next week is cool. Monday, Tuesday would be nice. Said that nodes are updating with all the data. They want to get the distribution, basic distribution out. We already know that from our. Let me just straighten this up here. We already know that from here, the initial distributions, they're trying to get that loaded up, something like 6 hours for the nodes and stuff like that. So looks like PulseChain Testnet 2.0 out next week. So in here, so nice. And he said the time frame of it, he hopes it will be shorter, basically. But he doesn't know. They're hoping it's going to be shorter, and so that would be pretty cool. So I think we need a bit more patience here, just to let that play out, and then hopefully we'll have a better idea by the time we get up to the birthday. And you never know, he may just surprise us with a launch, a fork period, and that might be the case. So we keep watching that very closely over these 2 weeks here, from today onwards. So we'll look out for that. All right, so let's jump over to the current market pool. We're still sitting at about 85% in USDC. We've got the current price at the moment, 21.5 cents on the Hex, $4,200 for a T-share. You can see our charts just looking like it's almost ready to move up again. So we're watching that pretty closely with our price chart down below. We've got the share price is still up and to the right. So that was a bit of a dot day today. Not quite, but just about there. And of course, our payouts are looking beautiful. We had quite a couple of days of quite higher payouts, so nice with the Hex stakers. So it's good to be Hex stake, right? And we'll see if some of that extra billion or so Hex that's in circulating supply will end up staking. They'll definitely want to hold on to it if they want their copy on the PulseChain, right? So we'll see how that plays out on the price chart. Adoption, of course, still up and to the right, still continuing to grow, just churning away, not in the virality range yet, but still churning away. And here is our 15-year view of expiring stakes. Obviously, we've got all these stakes at the moment coming out, and then we're away with the roses. Look at that, woo-hoo-hoo. Man! Not a lot of pressure there, and hopefully a lot of circulating supply just keeps restaking. Obviously, we'll be on PulseChain with a copy on there with PHEX. And so we'll be watching that very closely with the ETH 2.0 coming out. Some people about middle of 2022. So what is that? That's about here in the chart, the 15-year chart. So 2022 Pulse ETH 2.0. That will definitely help with the EHEX, with the S-load unstaking, that sort of thing. Hopefully that will be make some real significance there. All right, so let's jump over to the staking 4 months view. And this video is going to be longer today because we've got a lot to cover. So we've got this big, still got the stakes coming out at the moment, 20th, 21st, 456. We've still got a lot of Hex coming out and there. And then we've got a nice bit, kind of a big gap. And then we've got the, 475 and 800 coming out on the 1st and 2nd of December, which is where the birthday is of Hex. And we've got quite a bit of a gap here. Obviously, a lot lower here, more like 15 million's coming out. There's quite a big gap here. But this is going to be relatively less pressure because people always do more short stakes. They always do longer stakes for T-shares, especially some of them who start waking up about T-shares, and then you're going to always get some that will hold for the PulseChain copy, and then you're going to get others that will just sell. So you're going to get a mix of those sort of 4 different type of options there. Then we've got the 17th. We've got the big one there, 691. And then we go back down to more modest levels, way up to the 1st of January, which we've got that last big candle, 578. So we'll see what happens to all these big candles and where that goes in the future. So nice. All right, so let's just jump over to the Hex whale and see what has been happening in those candles. And we got 1.2 million that was sold 23 hours ago. Then, bought. 1.2 million was bought. That's much positive than selling. So 1.2 million bought, 1.8 million bought 22 hours ago. Nice, we like that, don't we? 6.4 million bought. Wow, 1.4 million US dollars to 22 hours ago. Wow, that's so good. All right, 1.6 million just sold 22 hours ago. Then we had a 1.6 million sell. So it's funny, you get quite a few good buys, and you get a couple of sells in there. 1.4 million sold. I'm not sure if they're all related to the same wallet. I haven't checked that. We've got $334,000 stake for, wow, 4,567 days, 235 T-shares. This is what I'm talking about. People actually, go with Hex's design and stake for the T-shares before the share price gets up too high. Don't forget to check out that video that I did on that. And then we got $441,000 stake for 15 years. Wow, that's awesome. 314. So these people get it, and they're going to be staking for quite long. We got 40 million Hex that's rotating on a monthly basis. That's just come out. So that's what I'm talking about in these candles. We've got these big accounts in there. But some people are staking long, some people are staking short. That's just the way it is. 1.9 million just sold 7 hours ago. What else? 1 million just bought 4 hours ago. Nice, we like the buys. And another 1.5 million bought 2 hours ago. Nice. And then 1.4 million sold 1 hour ago. I think we're just about there. 1.6 million bought 31 months ago. Yeah, we like that. That's pretty cool. And then 1.2 million just sold. Boo, we don't like that. People got to take profits sometimes, don't they? So now 1.4 million just sold 4 minutes ago. Are they the same account? No, different accounts. So pretty cool. All right, that's it from the Whalebot. Let's quickly check out PulseChain. Of course, as I said to you, PulseChain sacrifice is still there. You can still sacrifice at pulse.info. I generally suggest buying when PulseChain launches, but it's up to you. And the other thing is, of course, PulseChain looks like Richard said that pretty much good chance it'll be launching next week. PulseChain 2.0 testnet, and that he hopes that it will be shorter than longer type thing. So that's cool too. Just have to be patient. Let it make sure that's all. Lots of things have to be set in the parameters. So just got to make sure all that runs up, and we should get the distribution in there. So it's going to be nice. Very cool. And you can see on the GitLab where it's being updated a day ago. So I don't think I reported on this yesterday. So there are definitely updates going in there. PulseChain Testnet, the Faucet, the Stats server, the Block Scout. So there are updates going. 47 minutes ago, this Go Pulse had an update there too. Official implementation of Pulse code, which we might click on there. That was just 47 minutes ago. I didn't see that. That we had. Let's see what that's got in there. See if we can find anything in there. It's not always easy to find it straight off the bat when you're doing a live stream, but we'll have a look down. It's in there somewhere, but you can't see what update that would be. Anyway, so you can see that there is updates going, so nice. And of course, the blockchain, PulseChain Testnet 1.0 is running at the moment. So that's cool. And Richard is doing a live stream, which is still on. So there we are. He's on at the moment. So go check that out. I did post it on the community post if you want to check that out. All right. So hopefully this has been really cool, and definitely I think the price is looking really exciting. I think it's the positive scenarios are better than the bearish scenarios, and even if there is a little bit more zigzagging and pullback in price, there's some good buying opportunities without the floor being, without it going down too far. I think that sort of 8.5 cents kind of set the tone in my view. So nice. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. Subscribe, like, share, hit the bell, of course, and look forward to your comments in the chat. Always reply to them all, and watch out for my big hex scale, grayscale type of video later on in the day. Until then, I'm going to go and watch Richard's live stream, and I'll catch you then. Bye.